Preparing to live stream. Got it. And okay, so yeah, we're on, right. Okay, cool. So, good morning, everybody, and welcome to this live stream of Creative Heartlands. We have a Zoom panel discussion underway here with some of the participants that are going to be heading up to Dublin at the end of the month for the Showcase Ireland event. So we have Rita Oates, we have Ethel Kelly and Nadine Burns, and we'll get everybody to introduce themselves in a second. And we also have Joe Lowe from the Leitrim Local Enterprise Office and Louise Ward from Roscommon Enterprise Office. Unfortunately, we're in the middle of a big storm here today. The Sligo participant, unfortunately, can't make it. So we'll just have to kind of talk about them behind their back, so to speak. But yes, we have participants coming from Sligo as well, going up to the show. So yeah, I might start off to my left or right, however you're looking at the screen here, is Rita. Rita, good morning. Do you want to just give us a little introduction to you and your products and what you're bringing up to the show?
I'm an artist. Rita Oates Artist is my brand, and I've been in retail for 36 years, I think. But 4 years ago, I started doing my art in a retail outlet. I saw we had over 2,000 cards, and so often people were looking for something different that we didn't have. You know, somebody going through chemo for the second time, or somebody immigrating to Australia for life. So I just saw a hook there that I could fit my art into. So all my art has an image, and then it has one line on the front, and on the back has the story of its creation or whatever. So at this stage, I have 90 greeting cards, everyday ones. I have 12 Ascéalga, and I have 12 Christmas. So I started doing the cards, and then I extended them into the frames, and I do them as 5 sizes of frames and also as mounts. And then I have 20 scarves that are created from my images. So like, this is the large piece of Beyond the Black and White World, and you have the card, but you also have a gift that comes in a gift box. So that's my range, and I love doing it. I just love doing my art. So Showcase is a great opportunity after COVID, after all the retail being closed so much. It's just a great opportunity to open up again.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, it looks lovely, and I love the kind of the matching. The scarves look beautiful, kind of tied in. You know, you've got the whole matching thing going on there. It's great. Ethel, if I can move you. By the way, Una, thanks for joining us. You've managed to brave the storm. Excellent. Fantastic. Ethel, would you give us a little introduction to what you're going to be bringing up to the show?
Sure, Stuart, I'd be delighted to. Well, what I do here, I'm based in Nutcrockery in Roscommon, and I have several different ranges that I make. My main one is Om Wishes, and that's the ancient alphabet of Om that I paint onto handmade paper and frame them up in these beautiful kind of classic brack frames. So it'd be I do them in Gaelic, so you'd have like Gra for love and Sunnis for happiness. So that's one range, and I love going to Showcase because you can meet all your customers in person this year. So we didn't appreciate it as much in previous years, but I've been doing it for a good few years now. And then I have a range of bug buddies that I make with my brothers, and these are made out of turf, little figures, like a little bride and groom or little hearts, and they're very, very sweet, and we have ones for every occasion. And then my original range were clay pipes, and the house that I live in was an old pipe factory. So
Wow.
That's how I started in the business, and I make them using the original tools, and they're mostly not to smoke, even though you can smoke them. Most people just like it's a piece of our history, really.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's incredible. Yeah, no, I obviously don't come from Ireland. I come from London originally, and one of our sort of weekend occupations, me and my father, was to walk along the the sort of the banks of the Thames and climb down at low tide and dig for old, you know, clay pipes and stuff like that. And we actually have quite a collection of old sort of like you know, Victorian and even older kind of clay pipes. So yeah, they're quite
Fabulous.
a amazing
A mudlarker,
sort of,
you are.
indeed a mudlarker. That's me. Yeah. Fantastic. Thanks a
Fantastic.
million.
You're welcome.
Nadine, will you give us an introduction to Sealaw and what Leitrim's bringing to the show?
Sure. Leitrim, believe it or not, is bringing seaweed to the show. So my mother would have started Sealaw maybe well over 10 years ago. But what we do is we make handmade organic, certified organic products with seaweed from Tullahin in Leitrim. So it's hand harvested and extracted, and then we make 10 facial products at the minute. We have in our range 10 facial products and 3 for body. So it's our first showcase, so we're very excited to get to showcase. And finally, after a decade, it's going to be our official, unofficial launch, really. We just launched our website last year. So this is our big kind of hello to the world. So
your big splash, yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. And when you say you hand harvest the seaweed, so you're a bit of a mudlark as well, then.
Yeah, well, I like the swimming, but yes, we have. So the premises that we're in, we're right on the beach in Leitrim. You know the beach in Leitrim. So we're able.
Not many people know there is a beach.
I know, and that's you know, everyone says to me, seaweed from Leitrim. Oh, you're having a laugh, like, and I said, no, like the tiniest coastline in Ireland, but big potential. So
exactly,
yeah, we're able to just walk from the house and gather it and collect it, bring it back up, wash it, dry it, and then it's extracted there. So yeah, it's lovely.
Fantastic.
You know,
brilliant, excellent.
It's a lifestyle to be in for sure.
Cool, brilliant. And lastly, Una, thanks for joining us. You had some power issues this morning, but you're here at last, thankfully.
Yeah, yeah. Finally, and it might die mid conversation because I've got very low battery and no electricity to charge up.
Right. Oh, crikey. Well.
Yeah.
Tell us what you're going to be bringing up to the show. You're an old hand at this show. I understand. You've been a few times.
Well, actually, no. I'm an old hand at shows, but not at this one. This is my first time to do showcase.
Okay. Oh, excellent. Oh, we've lost you. No. Una, come back to us. I think the storm's got the better of her, or the power somehow. Okay, well we'll come back to Una if she comes back on again. I just want to just ask Joe and Louise, what's the LEO's involvement here in Showcase? How does the LEO figure in all of this for us? Maybe I'll start with Louise.
Okay, hi Stuart. Can you hear me okay?
Una's back. Okay, we'll jump back to Una. Sorry, we lost you there for a minute.
Sorry, Louise. Interrupting you now.
No problem.
You're starting to tell us.
I'll talk quick because I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm connecting to different phones because all the phones keep dying too.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, so I haven't done showcase because I was based in London up until just before the pandemic. Myself and Emmett and our son moved home to Roscommon. So we've done London and Paris Fashion Week and New York and Milan and Singapore and Hong Kong, but we've never done Dublin. So it's our first time to do showcase. So we're quite excited about it. And it's, you know, our opportunity to really connect with the Irish buyers, which we've been meaning to do for a long time. Yeah, so I only have one little product to show you here. It's almost for our classics that we've been making for years. It was in my first collection in 2010. So yeah, so basically what I'm bringing up to showcase is more commercial kind of pieces. So we obviously make well, anybody that knows our work, we've done stuff for film, and we do really dramatic theatrical body pieces and harnesses and that. And the harness trend is totally like everywhere now, even in pennies, I believe. So finally, after me doing them for like 10, 12 years, people get it
People have
now,
caught on.
finally.
Yeah, they've caught
Yeah,
on.
yeah. But yeah, so I'm not going to bring many harnesses, maybe one or two small ones, but mainly handbags and belts and bracelets to try and get into lots of little shops around Ireland. I think that they'll work really well. We get great publicity around Ireland, and we get great sales through our own website. So I know that there's plenty of Irish customers out there for them. So it'll be great to start wholesaling again. We've been doing direct sales a lot for the last couple of years. Yeah, so this year we're doing showcase, and I've just come back from New York. We did a trade fair over there with Design Ireland and the DCCI as well, and brought a group of 8 Irish makers over there. So yeah, so getting
Fantastic.
back on the horse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
excellent. Great stuff. Excellent.
Thanks for having us.
No, fantastic. That's great. Sorry, look, Louise was just explaining how the LEO is involved in Showcase and the whole show and what that encompasses. Sorry, Louise.
No, not at all, Stuart. No problem at all. But I suppose the Leos have been involved in previous years and the County Enterprise Board. So it's gone back quite a number of years that we have been involved in supporting craft businesses and artisan business, all different types of businesses with Showcase. But we would always in the past have taken the balcony area generally in Showcase. But this year there's going to be a change. So we're actually on the main floor. But the section is actually, it is an actual Leo section. So what we're able to do is, because the cost is quite prohibitive for people to actually go to Showcase, we can help support them financially in this area. And then in other areas as well, we can help people. So that's what we're there to provide help and support, and along with just Showcase, like there are many other supports that the local enterprise offices can offer to different companies, and that, like our trading online vouchers. And where would we have been, for the last number of years, particularly with the pandemic, without being able to offer the trading online vouchers, which people just had to, and naturally, and embraced the e-commerce world fabulously. So credit to everybody here, and credit to all the businesses that have gotten through COVID, and they're a shining light for everybody else, so they are.
Yeah, absolutely. Joe, you've been up to the show. I've never been. It's going to be my first show as well. Can you give us a sense of what it's like there?
Yeah, well, I'm not too sure. You being from London, Stuart, I'm not sure. You might get lost. Dublin's a lot bigger than London, so maybe to have us
sure.
back from London. It's just, I think it's a great of the area that you can do your business here, and that you know that lifestyle can be had. But yeah, listen, we find Showcase, we've gone for a lot of number of years, and we find it a really good show. It's fantastic to have it back in reality this year. I think there's going to, as Louise alluded to, there's going to be a fantastic Leo area, and we've put a lot of work into that, and a lot of high quality creative people participating in that. So we're delighted. It's a really good show. I think the interest in the show in general this year compared to other years has increased dramatically. Dealing with the show organisers and the Craft Council, they're indicating that numbers are going to be way up this year as regards potential buyers and interest in the show. So that's really exciting. I think you'll be, Stuart, of the displays and everything and the variety of product, you'll be impressed with that. It always, yeah. I always get struck with that when I go around and see the innovative, creative. It really is. It's always an enjoyable show to attend. So I think that's really positive.
Yeah,
we're delighted, and we and Louise and some counties more than others. The creative sector, we find that there's huge potential in the creative sector, and the more than your own program, the Creative Heartlands, we're delighted to get support from Enterprise Ireland in conjunction with the Leos and the local authorities to really promote and help develop the creative sector. And I think the show will be very much a part of that, to show what's possible and the potential going forward. So listen, we're really looking forward to it.
Brilliant, excellent. I just want to touch back on what you were saying there, and ask some of the people here, like, what's it been like trying to build your business during the pandemic, when opportunities like this haven't been available. You know, Louise mentioned like the online trading vouchers. Has that been your kind of saving grace, that you can actually kind of sell online? Like, who wants to take that question? Anybody?
Yeah, I think it was great. You know, the Ireland closed down and immediately the Leos offered an online trading voucher. And what I found is all of a sudden you weren't there in despair. You were actually challenged and led. And besides that, there's so many social media courses that they have offered us, you know, and it's zoomed us in to the new world. They say we moved in 5 years in 1 year because of it. You know, we would have slowly moved in that direction, but it was wonderful. And also the Leos, they actually informed our customers about Irish made and the consequences of buying something Irish. And I really see the difference of people wanting something that's made here and valuing the maker, do you know? And it's great that that is all of a sudden seen, that they're not going to just any shop. They will. I remember at Christmas in my own shop, seeing people with 4 or 5 items in their hand that were Irish made. They were seeking the Irish made product. And it was wonderful because they were products from Leitrim and Roscommon that I had always carried, but it was almost by accident before they bought it, rather than that they came in with the intention. And that was actually, you know, promoting made local. And it was just a great, it was a great worked. It really worked.
Yeah. You were over in New York there, and did you find that people are very interested in Irish products in general, that there is a kind of a bit of a buzz around, you know, what we're creating over here, you know?
Yeah, well, the show that I was doing, it was, they were just of the same values, I suppose, as Rita was just saying there. You know, the high quality and the craftsmanship and the artisanal qualities of what we do, which is central to, you know, all of the Irish makers. So I don't know if it was specifically because it was Irish that they were interested in buying, but it was just the fact that it was, you know, really beautiful quality.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, there's for sure like a romanticism in the States about Ireland, and and an interest in supporting kind of the diaspora as well.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So, Nadine,
sorry,
you were saying
my internet's going.
That's okay, no worries. I'll go over to Nadine. Nadine, you were saying you've just launched your new website. So has that been like an important thing for you in terms of getting the products out there?
Yeah, I guess like for us during COVID, we would have had a lot of issues around supply of our actual containers. So we had to kind of change our designs a couple of times. So that was, you know, on one hand annoying, and on the other hand a blessing in disguise, because we were able to avail of the trading online voucher and get the website kind of up to match the quality of our products, I guess. So yes, it is good. I can't, you know, credit Leo enough with the amount of support that we've been given. And as they were saying, like the social media courses, that's, you know, an issue I find it difficult to like
we all have,
put ourselves out there and sell and social media, but to have the opportunities to learn so much in the last 2 years, like it's been amazing, really, you know.
Excellent.
But yeah, we're slowly reaching out to customers. It's, you know, we've been selling kind of word of mouth, old school, fill in your order form or call us up and we'll send it out to you. So the website has been amazing. It's been really good.
Yeah. And Ethel, you have a retail outlet. That's right? Is it? Yeah.
Yes, I do. But you know, obviously we were closed for a lot of the lockdown, but we had a website. But the trading online voucher allowed us to redo the whole thing, and that was a huge bonus for us. It really was, and it continues to be a really good success. So yeah, we have to be able to sell retail, wholesale, you know, whatever way they come in, we'll look after the customers.
Yeah, and are you finding that since you've kind of been able to develop the website, that the balance between kind of like, you know, retail sales and sort of online sales, which way has it been tipping for you, or are you kind of managing to
we've
balance
had
it?
a lot more retail sales, but the wholesale has come back now since shops are open again.
Yeah.
But we were kind of lucky that I was supplying a lot of online retailers already, and so they were very, very busy during the lockdown, and they continued to be getting busy again.
Yeah.
So whatever
Brilliant.
way it comes in, I don't mind.
Okay, great. Just looking ahead to the show. I mean, what are you all hoping to sort of get out of attending the show? Is it sort of like sort of international orders? Are you focusing on sort of trying to get out internationally, or are you sort of just more concerned about sort of the Irish market and getting into sort of, you know, some of the other retail outlets?
Yeah, well, I do quite a bit internationally to the US and, you know, to the North American market. So when you really would be concentrating on kind of cementing relationships with customers you already have, meet and greet and catch up. And the same with the Irish customers. It's not all about writing orders at the show. It's really about maintaining relationships and hopefully establishing some new ones as well.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Nadine? Like, you know, if it's your first time at the show, have you got lots of meetings planned, or how's it kind of shaping up ahead of, you know,
for us,
next
we're
week?
really just excited to be there and to kind of get a feel for a showcase and to meet some potential buyers, whether that's Ireland or internationally. And we have been kind of looking down the road to export, but at the minute we are just selling directly to our customers. So for us, it's really like a research task, you know, to get out there and get our product in front of people and get some feedback on it and see what it is that they would like. But ideally, we would like to see ourselves exporting to North America and maybe Asia. I lived in Tokyo for 5 years, in Japan for 5 years, so
Fantastic.
I have a few connections there that are interested, would like to explore it. So look, for us, it's our first year there, so we're just going with an open mind and hoping to, you know, learn, I guess.
Yeah, fantastic. And Rita, what's your kind of game plan for this show? What's the
I suppose I'm trying to establish my brand. You know, this is my second showcase, but my first showcase, 6 weeks later, Ireland closed. So some orders had simply gone out and the retail was closed. Yeah. So it's really to reconnect there, even though we have reconnected, you know, being closed twice in retail. So it's to establish my brand and I have a lot of new product because lockdown was wonderful to give me time to just do my art, you know, rather than to juggle everything. So I was one of the very lucky ones that I was able to do a lot of new work. So it's to show that and to meet new customers and just to establish the brand.
Yeah, excellent. Just going back to Una before her internet dies there. In terms of like making things for the show, I mean, like, the same for all of you, I guess. Is it a big kind of rush and stress to kind of produce new kind of products for the show, or do you just kind of think, okay, well, I'm just going to go with what I have at the moment, or are you sort of actively planning for, like, you know, the next season, I suppose, really, you know?
Well, having operated in the fashion industry, which is very fast paced in that regard, with regard to new designs and that, I've always done new products each season, but I've kind of, through working in a different sort of way and not doing so much wholesale over the last couple of years, I've let myself slow down and just see the value and appreciate the value of the previously made products and kind of bettering those over time. So just fine-tuning older products, and maybe offering them in new colors. So for example, we've got a jade green leather this season that was a big color for last year, so it always follows through the following years after, when a color is really popular. So we've got some older styles done in newer colors. We did projects with Brown Thomas for a couple of years, and so those were only ever offered in Brown Thomas and were never offered on the wholesale kind of market supermarkets, so we have
Okay,
them
yeah.
on our own website, but they've never been offered to stores to stock, so we've brought some of those through. So that's
Yeah.
kind of the approach. Yeah.
That's fantastic. And have you found during the pandemic that the material supplies have been affected, and how, you know, I don't know whether
Yeah.
you get, you know, stuff from the UK, whether Brexit has affected any of your businesses at all. I don't know. It has, yeah.
Yeah, definitely for me, hugely. The leathers, like we get our leathers, they're Italian, but they go via the UK, some of them.
Okay.
So with it's really annoying because there's like, I think, double customs added in. And then so we've actually gone directly to some of the leather suppliers in Italy and asked them, could we just get them to ship directly to us? And some of them have been flexible with that regard, so we've done that. But one of our suppliers recently of crystals, because we're doing.
I wanted to hear about the crystals. Me too. What about the crystals? No, I think we might have lost Una again. What about the rest of you? Has Brexit affected you at all in terms of materials, or in terms of, you know, the whole, you know, shipping stuff and receiving stuff?
It hasn't been as bad as I kind of imagined. Like for us, one of our main suppliers would have been based in the UK. And for us, what we found kind of difficult was they knew Brexit was happening and they waited till it happened before they opened their European distribution. So for us, though, it was a little bit messier than it needed to be, but we're through it now and it's fine. And then for our containers and stuff, it was more, I guess, COVID and supplies. But again, I think that's kind of easing up now a little bit. There seems to be more of a steady supply coming in. So fingers crossed, there'll be no surprises come April or May.
Okay. Joe, any advice to anybody on Brexit, on what they can do to kind of mitigate? This is something that the LEOs can certainly kind of help people with.
Yeah, we have a lot of different issues have been rising up. All right, Stuart. We have a mentor who has expertise in this area. So some people have individual issues, and we advise people just go to our website. There'll be a specific Brexit mentor there. So to deal with, you know, everybody has specific issues, let it be VAT or whether the category of their product falls into this rate or that rate. So listen, go to our website. You can book a slot there with our Brexit mentor, and you're delighted to engage with anybody regards the issues that they have.
Yeah, I can absolutely endorse that, because he helped us out with the Creative Heartlands, getting stuff together at the beginning for, you know, equipment and resources that we were looking for. So yeah, no, they are a great help, the kind of mentors that you have on the panels, you know.
Don't be afraid. Yeah. He's there for that. Everybody has their own little unique idea, their own unique product. As Una says, it might be leather, it might be, you know, an idea, it could be creams, whatever it might be. So each product is categorized in a different way and might attract different rates or difficulties, whatever it might be. But listen, he's the expert on that.
Okay, excellent. We're going to finish up in a minute. I was one of the things I was hoping that Christine was going to be on the call. Christine is our videographer, who's going to be up in Dublin, filming at the show and filming everybody and their stands and their products for a nice little promo video that we're going to put together for, you know, post show. I think Christine she's down in Roscommon as well, sort of, I think, close to where Una is. So I think she could be hit with the power cut as well. So anyway, we are going to be filming at the show, so that's going to be fantastic. Getting some nice product shots and interviews with everybody, sort of, you know, as it's happening. Just want to finish up with one last question to everyone. I know Nadine's actually in Dublin, but what's everybody's kind of go-to dinner spot when they're in Dublin?
I love a place called Kesh.
Say that again.
I love a place on the canal called Kesh. It's like a Middle Eastern place. It does really good food.
Okay, that sounds nice. That's how you treat yourself in of an
Oh, yeah.
evening after the show to wind down. What about you, Rita? Is there any particular?
I suppose my daughter's a fabulous cook. She lives in Dublin, so
Oh, right. You're going to get home cooking. That's fair enough.
I get family time as well as work time. So
Yeah.
bias there.
Yeah, and I guess you're going to be cooking at home, I guess, Nadine, unfortunately, unless
Well, maybe we'll see what the
maybe
energy levels are like.
maybe a takeaway after the show. Yeah, yeah, fair enough. That's okay. Listen, thanks everybody for coming on.
Thanks, Stuart.
We've lost
Stuart.
Una, unfortunately, but hopefully we'll see everybody up at the show. And the show, you can register for the show if people want to actually come along to the show and see the products. They can register on the Showcase Island site and come along. I mean, it is kind of a trade show, but people can register if you're an artist or a designer and want to go and see what's kind of new and happening. You can go along and do that as well. So, like I say, we will be at the show ourselves, and so yeah, it'd be great to see everybody there. So